All right, guys, we are officially live. What's going on, everybody? We know some people are going to slowly come into this thing, so I want y'all to, take time and just, you know, join us, listen to us. This is I'm Just a Fan podcast. Got my man Steve, got my man Brandon, and I'm Tristan. Just to make a quick story on this thing. So we're basically just a bunch of crazed football fanatics. Love all things football. A lot of us have different experience, either being former players and also current coaches. Shout out to Brandon for that coaching. And basically, we decided to create a podcast here to just be able to talk about what's going on with the NFL, what's going on with college football, but more so the NFL right now. And oftentimes we look at these different shows on ESPN, Fox Sports, NFL Network, and we're listening to these analysts and we're listening to these color commentators. And the thing about it is, a lot of the stuff that they say are stuff that we already probably talked about the day before.
Well,
So go ahead, Steve.
yeah, a lot of people are box score guys. We like watching the games, man. So we just want to give our thoughts. It's bigger than the box score,
Right.
more about matchups and things like that, man. So we're just fans, that just watch a lot of football. Maybe
Just
too
watch a
much,
lot
but
of football. Watch a lot of football. So like, take the advice where you will. Take the comments where you will. Feel free to talk to us and make your comments if you got an opinion. If y'all agree, if y'all don't agree, we'll definitely chime in about it. And we basically gonna get right into it. This is the first show, so we're excited, man. We're glad to have all you guys listening in. Definitely follow us on Instagram, Just a Fan Podcast. Follow us here on Facebook. As you see, we're going to share it live on our personal feeds, but definitely like the page and subscribe. Go on YouTube, subscribe to the page. Search "I'm Just a Fan" podcast. You'll see us pop up with our beautiful faces. Um, we'll definitely have the show up on YouTube tomorrow, and we'll definitely have the podcast up later in the week, so y'all can take us on the go. We'll be on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio podcast. Wherever you listening to podcasts, we're going to be there every single week. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's get started with one of the first things that we caught right before we got on the show, some breaking news. We're going to have Brandon chime in about that, man. Let us know what's going on in the NFL world, Brandon.
All right, so the Dallas Cowboys released linebacker Jalen Smith. Big surprise after 4 weeks of football. 4 weeks into the football season.
Mm.
Basically, what this comes down to is one, there were 5 linebackers on the roster that was going to get some playing time at some point this year, whether it's first-round pick Michael Parsons, Keanu Neal, who's a Dan Quinn favorite, moving from strong safety to linebacker, Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch, who are holdovers from last year, and Jabril Cox, who is a fourth-round pick out of LSU. So that's one. Number two, for Jalen Smith, it is also, if he got hurt this year, his contract for 2022 would have been guaranteed. Okay.
What was that number? What's that about?
What are you talking about, the injury?
No, his guaranteed contract.
Okay, so like I said, so if he suffers any kind of injury this year, then the contract for this year of 2022 is fully guaranteed no matter what. Okay.
About what, 6 million, 7 million, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I think like $6.8 million.
Okay.
That's two. And then three, Parsons, Keanu Neal, and they saying that Jabril Cox is starting to get some more playing time. So, the Cowboys tried trading him. No one wanted him, and he's gone. But the move does not become official until 4 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay. Watching that game, and not just that game, he's been missing a lot of tackles recently. I don't know if he's unhealthy, if he wasn't into it. And actually, last year, his effort was questioned a lot. He missed a lot of tackles. I can think of some really key tackles against some teams last year that he was missing. I was like, man, I know he was drafted early, sat out a year. He healed up. He got that contract, but Dallas, they're getting younger on they're getting younger and better on defense, man.
Definitely.
I agree
better
with
on
that.
defense, man.
I agree with that. I think what we're looking at now, the first of all, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. Dan Quinn has been a godsend for you guys. I listen. We were talking about it off air, Steve. We were saying sometimes some people are better as coordinators than head coaches, and we're honestly looking at someone that is fitting that bill right now. Dan Quinn. I mean, I don't think I recall seeing a unit, whether it be offense, whether it be defense. I don't think I've seen a unit that has done like a 180 as far as what they're doing and how they're maneuvering. I haven't seen that in a long time, and it's just kind of crazy how, um, you guys were like historically bad. I think I could safely say like the Cowboys were historically bad, and so to come from that and to be where you guys are now, um, to be where the Cowboys are at now defensively is crazy because you get one thing that we looked at last season when it came to the Cowboys defense. My thing was because people used to be like, "Well, all the talent that's there, and I keep trying to tell people like when it comes to coaching, understand that it wasn't just for the simple fact that the talent was there, but it was such a weird concept of how to do the defensive assignments. You had people thinking, and one thing playing defense, I used to play defense. One thing they used to tell you is that you want to be able to be fast, fast and react fast because that's all defensive players are. All you're doing is trying to anticipate and react to whatever the offense is putting together. And what was killing everybody was the fact that you had to overthink on your assignment, and oftentimes that got missed. And with Dan Quinn makes it simple but effective. Like, what's your strength? What is your strength? What do you specifically do well? And by creating that, now you got these guys are just saying, I'm just going to go out there. I'm just going to play. There's no really complex schemes or anything. It's like, this is what it is. And you got to try and score on us. And that's how you're supposed to do it.
And Brandon shined some light last season on how complicated the scheme was that Mike Nolan was trying to run. It wasn't personnel. It was complicated. And the main thing you want to do, as we all know, is confuse the quarterback. Week 1 against Tom Brady, he was confused. His timing was off on some plays. Now, granted, Dallas lost, but you want the quarterback to be confused. Confuse Justin Herbert some. Confuse Sam Darnold to where if you watch the game, the schemes that Dan Quinn was running, the blitz packages, things like that, he was confused and trying to get the ball out there, which is why he made the bad reads, throwing interceptions, incomplete passes, things like that. And when that happens, you get the offensive short field to put up points. Now, granted, these happen against quarterbacks who aren't as seasoned as others in the league, but it's been working for Dallas so far,
And that's the thing. Like, if Dallas going to do what they have to do in regards to making it simple and making it calculated like that, we have to respect the fact that these guys, a lot of them were early round picks. These aren't slouches, and they're young, but they're early round picks. They're not slouches at all. So to have it set up like that, where you got a guy that's really just having these young guys learn and play fast, and you already know the offense is going to be what the offense is going to be. I'm just looking at it like this is a great opportunity for the Cowboys to really do something special. And the move with Jalen, I have to also say this: the move with Jalen is really telling on how great Michael Parsons is. I mean, the fact that you can play him he's just as effective with his hands in the dirt as he is standing up. You got a guy that can cover. You got a guy that is a thumper, a willing thumper. You got a guy that can rush the passer. I mean, to have that kind of piece on that front end, it makes everybody's job easy. Definitely got to give a shout out to Trayvon Diggs at the cornerback position. He is living up to the billing, becoming a shutdown corner, man. So
I tried to get the jersey for my birthday, but it's sold out because he had a big game, so headed to my wife said you're not gonna find a jersey anywhere.
Hey,
it's
listen,
like, he had a great game, sold out.
hey, listen.
I'll get Amari instead.
I'm still I'm still gonna be a hater, as a fan, but I have to come to grips with seeing what I'm seeing, and then and just I just gotta. We'll get into the other squad later, man. I got some stuff to say about that. I got stuff to say about that.
So speaking about NFC heavy hitters, Rams and Cards game, Tristan. What what do you take from that, man? Because that was kind of telling right there. I thought the Rams were the best thing in the NFC. I said, well, maybe the Cards are.
Listen, listen, man. I thought. Well, no. Let me say this. What I saw from the Cardinals. Let me speak more on the Cardinals before I speak on the Rams. Kyler Murray is not a gimmick. Cliff Kingsbury is not a gimmick. Let me just say that right now. Let me make that very, very, very clear. Because everybody looked at it like this was like an experiment, basically. 2 years ago, you guys, the Cardinals had went all in. Got a brand new coach. Coach says, I want that quarterback. That's who I want. I don't care about nobody else. I don't care about Josh Rosen. I don't care about none of that. I want who I want. And they went with it. Now, you don't really see people do this air raid offense. And like I said, we talked about it, offline again. We said these gimmicks that come in, or these schemes that come in, and they're so unique to the NFL, they don't last long. And I think what we're seeing now is the first year, Kyler Murray, Cliff Kingsbury, they're airing it out. They're doing all this stuff. Now we're looking at, we looked at the second year with them together. They had some struggles. Kyler Murray had some struggles. Cliff Kingsbury had some struggles. Now going into the third year, I think Cliff Kingsbury is finding a balance. I think he's finding a balance and understanding what can work with Kyler Murray's skill set, what can't work with Kyler Murray's skill. I mean, AJ Green looking like prime AJ Green.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie. I was questioning Kingsbury early on. Of his coaching ability, because when he was Texas Tech, I said, you guys know, I said, man, if Pat Mahomes wasn't as successful, Cliff's not coaching in Arizona.
Exactly.
But they call him the QB whisperer, right? So
they do.
He has Kyler Murray playing at a certain level to where he's bringing in veterans like Watt wants to play there. AJ Green wants to play there. King and Drake wants to play there. Like, he's bringing the veterans that believe they're buying into the system. And
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
And let me also say this. And shout outs to I want to shout out some people because this is the first show, so let me break this real quick. Ellie Holmes, I'm hoping I'm saying her name correctly. I appreciate you. She told me not to be a hater, so I'm trying not to. Shout outs to Baloo. Baloo is saying hidden development trait in Madden, and he said that Steve, you said you didn't believe him. I'm gonna pop it up here. He said you didn't believe him when he said Michael Parsons was a beast.
I didn't. I
don't know why, because if anybody that watched a Penn State game knew Michael Parsons was an animal. But going back to the Cardinals, man. Yeah, I mean, it's looking like a fun team to watch over West. It's looking like a fun team. Now with the Rams, I think the Rams just kind of underestimated the Cardinals, and it's fair to do that. Mm-hmm. The Cardinals has always been kind of like the little brother of the NFC West when you think about it. Seattle has been to 2 Super Bowls in the last decade. 49ers has been to a Super Bowl. The LA Rams have been to a Super Bowl recently. The Arizona Cardinals really are the only team in that division that hasn't sniffed a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Niners did too.
Since the
Niners did too.
Yes, so since the Kurt Warner days. So
and actually, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to say the Cardinals was our little brother in our division for a long time too.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's easy to kind of overlook them, and the fact that they got the youngest QB. Well, Trey Lance is starting now, so now he's the youngest. But at the time, they had the youngest QB in the division as the starter. But so I think the Rams just kind of ran. When I was watching the game, it just seemed like they underestimated what that defense is. Chandler Jones is an absolute animal. Chandler Jones is going to be one of those players when he retires. And I'm saying this. He's going to be one of those players that after a few years, not first ballot, not second ballot even, but there's going to be a year that comes in and they're going to be like, oh, Chandler Jones for the Hall of Fame. And people are going to be like, what did he do? When you look at his numbers, he's going to have those credentials by the time he's ready to hang it up. So I think the Rams just ran into something. They had the big win versus Tampa Bay. It happens. They're human. So I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll bounce back this week. That's all. They just kind of ran into a jigsaw.
And I think so. And it kind of reminds me of Cleveland a little bit. I think the Cards came out firing pretty heavy offensively, to where the Rams they're not that balanced yet offensively. They don't run the ball that much, so they have to where they have a balanced offense. But I feel like Stafford was put in a position where it was on his back to match points with the Cardinals instead of sticking with the original game plan.
I agree with that.
So I think that's what happened.
I agree with that. I think
they're still a really good team.
Oh, definitely. I think they just went in a place where you got a little bit of old Stafford kind of crept in a little bit, being a little careless with the ball at times and things like that. Cooper Kupp has been insane, and that was a game where they were just kind of out of sync and things like that. Like I said, they'll get back into form. I'm definitely confident in that. We just gotta roll with that for right now. But that was a good game. That division is definitely a division to watch for the rest of the season. I mean, we might be looking at a squad. Well, we all have a mutual friend named Eric, who's a diehard 49ers fan. And I know he's probably not looking at it, but we could possibly look at a 4-team division that will be in the playoffs. But it might be looking like 3 because they're getting more injuries.
It's still early.
It's still early. It is. But
it's so early.
49ers look like they're losing like 2 players every week. I mean, I'm about to see if I can put in my application and suit up. Go ahead, play for them.
We got to go here.
Yes.
And Tristan, I'm gonna address something with you in a second. But Brandon, Chiefs Eagles, man. Why was that? I know why it was a close game, but I want to hear your thoughts.
It was a close game because Kansas City's defense is not what people think it is anymore. I mean, their defensive line's still good with Frank Clark, and I think he missed a game. They had Jerron Reed, and they moved Chris Jones over to defensive end. But outside Tyrann Mathieu, their back 7 is not really all that good. I don't like their corners. Like I said, outside Tyrann Mathieu, I don't like any of the other safeties. I don't like their linebackers. And I think when Kansas City plays against other teams with a more high-octane offense, they are going to struggle big time. They can put up the points, but teams are going to be able to keep up with them with no problem at all.
Yeah. Go ahead, Steve.
So Tristan, you said something earlier offline, man.
Okay.
So you said, I want to quote you correctly because I had to make sure I was hearing it.
I stand on what I say. Okay.
All right. So you said you think Justin Herbert is going to be better than Patrick Mahomes. When it's all said and done.
See, here's the problem.
I say it right or wrong. I don't know if I misquoted you, but something.
Listen. I said. I said that if Patrick Mahomes doesn't clean up the way he plays, this kind of arrogant, I'm just more talented than everybody thing that he does. I'm saying if he doesn't clean it up, looking at how Justin Herbert plays, he will be better than Patrick Mahomes as far as accomplishments. I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about accomplishments. And this is, listen, Baloo. Okay, Baloo is saying half a billion versus Herbert. Listen, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I'm not saying the talent. And I understand that Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Super Bowl MVP, might have been Rookie of the Year if he played his full rookie year. I get it. Vance, I see Vance was good. I get it. Listen, I understand. I understand what y'all saying. Hear me out. Hear me out. I've never been so wrong about a player coming out of college at the quarterback position because I watched the quarterback position closely. I've never been so wrong about a player the way I was wrong about Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is a whole lot better of a pro than he was as a college player. I honestly believe the way he plays right now, I thoroughly believe that Justin Herbert was held back when he was at Oregon. I thoroughly believe that they did not utilize him to the best of his abilities, watching what he is. He's still young. He still has to learn. But when I put Kansas City's team and the Chargers team side by side, hear me out, y'all, side by side, when you go for strength on every position, every unit, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You might give a slight edge to the offensive line to Kansas City. They might get a slight edge over.
I wouldn't even do that.
Exactly. Okay. So you got that running back position. Who's got the better running back position playing right now?
Eckler's tougher than only because they run more. Now I'm agreeing with you that
and then,
Chargers have a better roster.
Okay, and then I'm gonna keep going down. You look at the wide receiver unit, not individual players, the wide receiver unit.
Yes.
Unit.
Yes, definitely.
What are we looking at?
Definitely. No, no.
Not including Kelsey. Do not include Kelsey.
No.
He's part of the unit.
No.
Kelsey, no. Why are you separating them? I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
I'm talking specific wide receivers.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams are way better than Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman is not developed as a number 2 receiver.
And then, now I'm looking at. So now I'm looking.
You just got there.
But now I'm looking at the defensive side of the ball. Need I say more about that? On the defensive side of the ball for both of you. So that's what I'm saying. So Justin Herbert's in a better spot. Now, coaching, of course, we're going to go to Andy Reid, no question. But Justin Herbert seems to be in a better spot as far as what his team looks like, how it's built around him, and then Patrick Mahomes having to play hero ball all the time. So that's what I said. I'm not saying he's going to be better based on talent. I'm saying he might, in the long run, if Patrick Mahomes can't clean up some of this stuff, because it's not all on the defense. Patrick Mahomes has made some reckless plays that he's been able to get away with before. He can't get away with it now. Justin Herbert he's like a half step. I'm not even going to say a whole step. He is probably like a half step off of, as far as talent, of what Patrick Mahomes is. Patrick Mahomes has the bigger arm, but Justin Herbert's arming is no slouch. Justin Herbert is athletic as well. Just like Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert is a big boy. Justin Herbert can take the hits as well. He shows it. I honestly think that Justin Herbert might have a little better pocket presence than Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes makes his best work outside of the pocket. Justin Herbert, watch the games. Justin Herbert can sit there and just throw all day and he'll take the hits. He'll do what he has to do. I know people are not going to agree. I understand it. It's still a short sample size. What I'm trying to tell you is if Patrick Mahomes can't clean it up, if he cannot clean it up, we might be looking at another Brett Favre scenario where it's like all this immense talent, but when he makes these mistakes, that's why Brett only got one Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We might be looking at that. Whereas Justin Herbert don't look like somebody that's really going to be reckless with the football.
I do think now Kansas City's defense has gotten worse, right? Especially when you have a half a bill in the quarterback. But I can see the Chargers winning the division a few times in Herbert's career. I guess we gotta see what happens.
It's a wait and see. Listen, I'm not saying this thing like it's etched in stone. I'm really not. And I see Vance is going in on me. I listen. I'm I'm not saying that it's etched in stone. I'm not, and I'm not going away from what Patrick Mahomes has done. I'm not going to say Patrick Mahomes is losing it because even Vance said it in the comments. He said that uh, the backyard football, that the hero ball that Patrick Mahomes plays, won him a Super Bowl. We could also say that the hero ball, it kind of lost him because it lost him one because when the offensive line wasn't there, he did some miraculous things, but it wasn't enough.
Well, the
So
defense lost him. Yeah, I think the defense lost.
the defense lost and the offensive line lost it for sure. So I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes. I'm not saying that Patrick Mahomes is washed now, but you're just not going to keep doing what you're doing, and defenses are not going to catch up, and then your team is not evolving as well. It still looks the same as it did 2 years ago.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill for the deep pass. Travis Kelce in the underneath. Losing Sammy Watkins was a bigger deal than they thought because Nicole Harmon is not doing what Sammy Watkins was doing. So these things all play a part. And that's all I'm saying. So when I'm looking at this Chargers team, everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Y'all watched the game last night. Everybody's clicking on all cylinders. Defensively, offensively, and Justin Herbert is looking amazing. So all I'm saying is let's just God willing, this podcast will still be going strong years down the line, and I'll be able to say I told you so. So that's how I'm looking at it.
So while you're rolling, while you're hot, man, Washington, man.
Listen, man.
What's the problem there? NFC East champions from last year.
I mean, where do I start? with Washington, the offense is better than the defense right now in Washington. That
hasn't been the case in a long time.
Listen, and Vance is upset. Vance said I'm long, Listen, Vance. Listen, man. The offense is looking better than the defense right now, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this. I don't understand. I do understand. You drafted these guys on the defensive line, okay? You drafted these guys on the defense, and what it looks like is that Jack Del Rio has basically been predicating the success of his defense through that defensive line. So everybody else is suffering because the defensive line is not getting home the way they're supposed to. Chase Young you see the physical tools, but you could tell he has a lot to learn as a pass rusher. I was watching Joey Bosa last night, and I remember, Steve, we talked about this in the summer. Brandon as well. We all talked about it during the summer. And I was saying how the defensive coach at Ohio State said that Chase Young might be the best of the three between Nick, Joey, and himself. And yep, you made that face, Steve. You made that face. What I'm saying is, I think the raw talent he might be, but he definitely doesn't have the technique that Joey Bosa has. Joey Bosa is a freak of nature and a technician. When I watched some of the moves he did last night at the line of scrimmage, some of the rips that he did, some of the swim moves, some of the chops, I mean, how he manipulates the space on those tackles. I mean, he is a brilliant. I want Chase to go hang out with Joey for a little while and be like, "Hey, bro, show me some of this stuff." Like, it was brilliant watching him. And that is the part that Chase Young hasn't got yet. Chase Young was relying on his strength. If he can't bull rush you, then he tries to outspeed you and try to bend. But that's all he has. He doesn't have any other. He doesn't have a strong spin move. He doesn't know how to do the rips. Those things I think will come in time. The problem is I don't think Jack Del Rio can develop him to be that person. That's my issue with Jack Del Rio.
And it's also not really Jack Del Rio's defense, too.
It's not. And so you got that issue. You got Deron Payne and Jonathan Allen, which they do a little bit here and there, but they're not as consistent. And then you got Montez Sweat on the other side. The biggest Achilles heel for the Washington defense are the linebackers. It's the linebackers. And that's the problem. It was a problem last year. It's the problem now. John Bostic has no business being a starting linebacker in today's league. People forget how long John Bostic has been in the NFL. John Bostic was drafted by the Bears and played for a number of years for the Bears, then played a little bit for the Steelers, and then he coming over now to Washington. People forget how long John Bostic's been in the league. And John Bostic was never known to be a cover linebacker. He was never known for speed. He came as I believe from Florida. I believe John Bostic played for Florida. He was a thumper. That was John Bostic, and he still is a thumper. But we're in today's NFL, how fast it is. He can't be that guy in the middle. What's blowing me about Washington is that you have a head coach who played linebacker for Chicago. You have a defensive coordinator that played linebacker for the Raiders. And you guys drafted a linebacker in the first round that barely got PT. That's insane to me. And he's not, and it's not like he's an outside linebacker. He's a middle linebacker. He's got that green decal on the back of his helmet, which means he's supposed to know the plays. He's supposed to know the schemes. And the only reason that you have somebody that has those kind of physical tools on the sideline means that up here, it has not processed quickly enough. That is a problem for me.
I think, and we spoke about it last week, it's the scheme more so than the personnel. Because you guys you're rushing 4 against 5. Now, I get the linebacker personnel, they could be better, yes. The secondary could be better, but Jack Del Rio is saying
to the line.
He's saying I'm rushing my 4 heavy hitters, and you have a great defensive line. Defensive line. My 4 against your 5 or 6. If you have a tight end in there, could be 7 if you have a running back in the backfield doing some pass blocking, and it's just not working because, man, you have to send different schemes. You have to show different looks pre-snap. You have to do some stunts. And Jack Del Rio is like, I'm my 4 better than your 5, 6, or 7. Jack Del Rio, I think he really believes that.
But I get that in saying, but if they're not getting home, the whole reason you rush them like that is for them to be able to get home. And they're not. When I watched the Chargers game, there were times where Justin Herbert probably had maybe like 4 or 5 seconds to throw the football. Josh Allen's jersey was clean. The Buffalo Bills wear that all white. My man was clean out there. So if your line is not getting home, you got to make some kind of adjustments. I think there was one play. I want to say it was the Buffalo game. There was one play where he sent Kendall Fuller off the edge, and it caused a disruption on the play. We're gonna have to do stuff like that until that line has a better job of getting home. Until that happens, we can't do nothing. The reason why the Rams were so successful years back, remember when they were bringing in everybody, is because you had Aaron Donald that knew how to get home from the middle. Then you had who was it? I think it was Ogletree or somebody coming off the edge.
Okay. You had Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers up the middle. All 3 guys were first-round picks.
Exactly. So
then they had Dante Fowler. They got him eventually off the edge.
Yes.
The linebackers were, I think, Ogletree, like you said, and was Larry Nidus there or was he gone?
I think Larry Nidus was there for like the latter part of it. Yeah, I think he was there for the latter part.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You had guys that knew how to get home from that front, so it made your secondary job easy. We're not in that position. So and I want people to not be so hard on Washington's corners because outside of Kendall Fuller, them guys are is a rookie and second year players. Outside of Kendall Fuller, it is a young corner. It is a young cornerback unit. And the safeties, I mean, Landon Collins, I thought we would have, got rid of Landon Collins during the offseason. I was certain. I was certain about that. And, clearly I'm wrong. But
why doesn't Jack Del Rio use him in the box, man? Like a Jamal Adams.
Listen, Jack Del Rio doesn't know how to adjust in his scheme. It's the same scheme in Jacksonville. That's when he had Henderson as his defensive tackle. I remember it.
And Marcus Stroud.
Exactly. When he was in when he was in Oakland, he had Khalil. He had Khalil in Oakland.
And
I'm
Bruce
trying to
Irvin.
who?
Yeah, Bruce Irvin came over eventually because
And Bruce Irvin. Thank
I
you.
remember Bruce Irvin, Khalil Mack being there in 2017
from Seattle. So
Yep.
so you have these guys, and Jack Del Rio bases his defense on the fact that he has pass rushers that can get home. His pass rushers are not getting home, so everything else is getting exposed. And that's the issue that we're having. I can't really speak too much on offense because honestly, I'm happy about Heineke. Heineke is doing what I expect him to do. I can't ask anything more than what he's doing.
He's playing well, man.
He's playing well.
Gibson's balling.
I can't ask anything more.
Terry McLaurin,
Exactly.
Logan
I can't
Thomas.
ask anything more of Heineke than what Heineke is doing. Quite honestly,
yeah.
I can't ask
offense
anything
is
more
clicking, man.
So that's what I'm saying. The offensive advance is like. I mean, I know I sound crazy, but the offense looks better than the defense right now.
Absolutely.
People gotta understand. When was the last time y'all saw Washington score 34 points? And we had to. We had to score 34 points. You know
Hey, Tristan.
Go ahead, Brandon.
There's one more thing I do blame in Washington staff is your defensive line coach, because your defensive line coach should be able to teach those young defensive linemen different techniques and hand stuff and footwork and everything. And so it's not just Jack Del Rio. Whoever your defensive line coach is needs to go as well.
For sure. And I'm not even going to so much say fire because it's still early in the season. We'll see how it looks, but
yeah,
if it doesn't improve, there's going to need to be some shakeups during this offseason.
For sure, man. I'm gonna go. NFC, AFC matchup: Green Bay, Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, man, he's in his stride right now, man. He's in his stride. I think Bakhtiari he played in the last game. I think he was healthy.
Did
man.
he play? He's back already?
I think he is. I could be. I thought I saw him out there. Pittsburgh, and I haven't heard anything from any Pittsburgh fans, man. 1-3, man. They're arguing on the sidelines.
Yeah.
It's time to move on from Big Ben. Now it's not Big Ben's fault, but the way the O-line set up, they need somebody a little bit more mobile, man. They have a decent running back group. They have good receivers, even though Chase Claypool didn't play. Pittsburgh has it rough, man. That division's gotten better.
Hey, man, Juju ain't doing them little TikToks no more, man. Juju out there looking frustrated. Big Ben Roethlisberger is washed.
Yes, he was washed last year.
He's washed.
Okay,
it's over. That's it. Is
his mobility or
everything? He can still kind of throw, but he looks like one of you've seen a great player be great. Great players are always going to have great moments, even in the tail end. And I think what they're hanging on is the fact of Ben will show flashes of doing something, and it's like, oh, that's it, we're back. That's Big Ben. What happened in the perfect example, the Buffalo Bills game with Pittsburgh, right? Big Ben was horrendous for 3 quarters. Horrendous. And it wasn't until late in the 4th quarter that he got better. And they're like, the next day I remember listening to all these different sports channels, and they're like, oh, Big Ben still got plenty left in the tank. No, he don't. He was such a great player that he has a little juice, and he can give you a little juice every here and again just to kind of tickle your taste buds. But then after a while, you're going to still be thirsty for more. That's really where it's at.
The O-line's old, Big Ben's old. It doesn't make for a good combination. Receivers are young, running backs are young, defense is young.
You're actually doing a disservice to the receivers by not having an answer at quarterback right now. You're doing a disservice to your receivers. You're doing a disservice to Najee Harris because you're asking Najee Harris to do more than what he was supposed to do coming in as a rookie running back. You threw the ball 13 times to Najee. 13 times you threw the football as a screen pass. What do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Like, sure, we could say, yeah, he's going to be a Le'Veon Bell, but He's not Le'Veon Bell yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we gotta give it some time, man. And I feel for him. I feel for the team. I feel for them. You know, for Steeler Nation, they've been fortunate to have success so long with Big Ben, but they gotta listen, man. You gotta hang it up. You gotta hang it up. Sometimes you gotta move on.
Yeah.
That 2004 NFL draft.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, everybody retired.
Hey.
Ben is still hanging on, man. Everybody gone. I mean, you know, it's
Everybody
time.
gone, man.
It's time.
He
And
hit
somebody, I don't
the
know who said it.
documentary.
I don't know if it was Brandon. I don't know if it was you, Steve. Somebody said it that when he got re-signed, somebody said that was a big mistake. Somebody said it. I just can't remember who. But somebody said it was a big mistake when they restructured and re-signed it.
Oh, kind of like Matt Ryan in Atlanta.
Hey, man, don't get me started about Matt Ryan.
Quarterback.
He's overrated, man.
I don't want to trigger you, Tristan.
Matt Ryan's overrated, and I keep trying to tell y'all, overrated. He benefited so much from having all those teams before.
Last topic, man. Baltimore, Denver, man. Baltimore, win-wise, man, probably it might be the most consistent looking team right now. In my opinion, them in Buffalo in the AFC. I don't know. They've been winning. And they really should be 4 or could be. Well, I can't say should be because they did get the kick against Detroit, but then they had a tough break against the Raiders. But is Buffalo? And I'm sorry, is Baltimore? Are they gonna make it to at least the second round of playoffs, man? And will Denver make the playoffs?
Oh, go ahead, Brandon. You go ahead. You chime in first.
Okay, so remember how we were just talking about how Sammy Watkins was a bigger loss than people thought coming out of Kansas City? He might be a bigger addition in Baltimore. And it's not just going to be him. They have 2 rookies that's going to be activated, I think, this week, or were they activated this past week? One or the other. But this team is now about to be 5 wide receivers deep, which means more passing for Lamar Jackson, more wide open for Lamar Jackson. So they're gonna be able to put more packages on the football field. We've played 4 games. I think by mid to late November, we're gonna see a different Baltimore offense than we've seen first 4 weeks, just because of what we're going to see, probably more so from the wide receivers than we've seen ever in the past. Because this has been mostly a running back, tight end heavy offense, but now with receivers, I think it's gonna be way more wide open.
I think we got to watch their offensive line. Villanueva getting hurt. I mean, that could be a good thing for them. I don't know, but
he's terrible against the Raiders, man. I think he gave Crosby a Pro Bowl nod with his performance.
I gotta see what that looks like, and then see how their defense holds up. What scares me about the Ravens and why I can't put them over Buffalo. Buffalo done hung 40 burgers twice this season already, yo. Let's be clear, like Buffalo done hung 40 twice on folk, okay, and I think they're just going to get better as they're going. I think the hype of Buffalo maybe got to them in the first couple of weeks, so they just seem a little shaky. But I think they're getting their stride now. What scares me with the Ravens is that I watched the Lions game, and they really should have lost. I understand that all positions on a football field count. From special teams, punters, kickers, all that, and Ravens got the best kicker of all time. I get that. But if you didn't, you'd have gave the Lions their first win of the season. Like that's you know what I'm saying? And you have Lamar Jackson as your QB. You got, you lost Marcus Peters and such, but your defense is still pretty solid. For that to happen, the way they play, it just
I got you. I think I have a unique take on the Lions, and I said it to you guys. They're going to play hard, man, every week. They want to play for Dan Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Like
they do.
They may lose every game that they lose. Not saying every game of the season. They may lose every game that they lose by like 10, could be 14, 17. They're gonna play you hard, man. Like
They
you're
are.
gonna play hard to beat that team.
Yeah,
You know.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
I agree with that. It just makes me nervous, man. I don't know. I don't feel as confident in the Ravens unit um, as I did. And yeah, I see you, Baloo. You know, he was saying how Hollywood was dropping wide open touchdowns, which is understood. Bateman is definitely going to be a great addition when he comes off injury in that wide receiver. So I mean, I guess it's a wait and see approach. One thing about this season, because we have the extra week in the season, you we're looking at week 4 and we're like, it's still early. If this was like last season where it's another 16 games, I think we would be like, because now a quarter of a season is already gone. But I think now we can still be like, it's still early. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. But I don't know, man. And then Denver lost Teddy Bridgewater in that game for a concussion, and Drew Lock was in there. So like the Ravens won, but who's to say how that would have been if Teddy had played the whole game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because Teddy's been
Teddy's
playing
been
good.
balling.
Yeah,
And
exactly. So
yeah.
I'm looking at all that in from that aspect. But we'll see. We'll see how it looks. You know what I'm saying? I hope the Ravens are successful because clearly Washington ain't going to do nothing. So I need to cheer for somebody when playoffs come along. So come on, Ravens.
Got you, man. Got you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our that's our take, man. I mean,
That's yep.
what do I know?
Exactly. Like we always say, we're just fans. We're just fans.
Just a fan.
What do we know? But we appreciate everybody that's been on for the first show. It's definitely not the last. We're going to be on every Tuesday. This is around this time. 8:30, 9 o'clock. We'll be on. Again, follow us on all of our social medias. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on the Facebook page here. Make sure you like the page. Share the page. We're definitely going to have this up on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So follow our YouTube channel. We'll definitely have the podcast up. We're available on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio Podcasts. Wherever you're listening to podcasts, on your way to work, on your way home, whatever have you, you can find us. Just search Just a Fan Podcast, and we'll be right there, man. Like I said, every week. If you have any takes, yes, Al Holmes, we will be on YouTube. So just search. Our YouTube channel is up. We'll have this episode up probably by the midday tomorrow. So just search Just a Fan Podcast on YouTube. You'll find a channel. Subscribe to our channel. If you guys have any thoughts or ideas of what you want us to talk about, maybe your favorite team, your players. Like I said, every week we're going to go over each week of the NFL season. Please feel free to shoot us a message on either of the social media sites, or shoot us an email at justafanpodcast3@gmail.com. And you guys will get all these credentials through our social media sites, so you'll see how you'll be able to reach us, and we'll definitely bring your opinions to the floor. But gentlemen, definitely have fun. This was the first show. Definitely had a good time about it. I'm excited for the rest of the season on how this shakes out. I'm definitely probably going to hope that Washington doesn't make me so upset as they did with this past Sunday, but we're going to see how this goes. And yeah, I'm excited, guys. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season with you guys.
Good stuff. Likewise, man. Oh, we'll also have some pretty cool guests on this season as well.
Yep.
Including friends. If you want to, be on the show and give a take, let us know.
Like Vance,
we'll pull our friends on here.
Vance, real upset. Vance.
Eric wants to get on here. I may even get that Eagles fan we all know on here to talk a little bit. That should be entertaining. Yeah. If you want to be on the show, man, just reach out to us, man, and we'll work it out.
For sure. Anything you guys say to the people, Brandon, before we log out of here?
Man, I'm ready for next week already.
Yeah, I definitely think that's safe to say. I'm ready for next Tuesday already. So with that all being said, like I said, man, we're not super experts on this. We're just fans, but we appreciate y'all for chiming in with us anyway. We'll see you guys next week. So we'll holla at y'all. All right, peace.
Peace, you guys. Talk to y'all.